Welcome everybody back to Boost Emotion, guys, and today I want to give some updates in the Nissan Infiniti community. So guys, let's jump into the video. First thing, shout out to my whole Boost Emotion family. Much love, I appreciate you guys' support. And if you're new to the Boost Emotion channel, I'm Boost, and I just want to make this quick Boost news and give you some updates that's kind of crazy in the Nissan Infiniti world, and this will affect us as car enthusiasts, buyers, and we honestly love Infiniti and Nissan, but these tariffs are affecting them. The Nissan Z is outselling the Supra, even though the Supra is going to go out of date really soon, and Nissan is actually slashing prices. So guys, let's jump right into the first article. So Nissan will pause its U.S. orders of Mexican-built Infiniti SUVs after the Trump tariffs. Now, a lot of the like QX50, I think QX60, 50, QX55, and a lot of the pretty much the crossovers, because that's all Infiniti really makes now, they're built in Mexico, right? And some of these cars are built in America, but the parts are from overseas. So these tariffs will astronomically affect Nissan. April 3rd, blah, 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 said on Thursday it will halt new orders of two Mexican-built Infiniti SUVs for U.S. market after new tariffs imposed by Donald Trump pretty much took effect. Nissan also said as a result, it will maintain two shifts at the production of the Rogue SUV in Sirona, Tennessee plant after announcing plans in January to end one of those two shifts. So this is something that we're already going to do. And the Japanese automaker said it will be pausing any additional U.S. orders of the QX50 and the QX55 SUV for the U.S. market produced at a joint venture of Compass plant in Mexico, but said production is expected to continue for those models sold in other markets. So what that means right now, guys, if there is a QX50 or QX55 on the lot, this may be it until these tariffs actually go away. So if you love those two cars and you really do enjoy it, this is your last time to actually jump and purchase those cars until these tariffs maybe go away, or Nissan maybe comes with a deal or chooses to. At the end of the day, these auto manufacturers can't come and just start building plants in America. It takes a while. Like the permitting, the amount of money invested, shoot, Nissan even got the money, you know? So let's get to the second article. Well, is anything else here? No. Let's go to the second article. Nissan Infiniti recalls SUVs over fractured brakes. You can't make this up. So pretty much 1,400 SUVs had failed front brake calipers that can brake. The rear brakes alone have enough power to stop the vehicle, but the front brakes fail. The car will take longer distance to stop. That could lead to an accident. Recall models include 2025 Murano, 2025 Nissan Pathfinder, and 2025 Infiniti QX60. Nissan tells federal safety officials that a supplier production issue that had since been corrected left the front brake calipers weaker than designed. The company is not aware of any accidents and injuries related to the problem, but employees discovered it at the factory, but not before some affected models were released for sale. So if you have any of the 2025 Nissan Murano, Pathfinder, or QX60, definitely have that recall done. So it sounds like a brake caliper issue. Now let's go to the third thing. Shout out to Nissan Z for outselling the Toyota Supra. And I'm honestly thinking that it's outselling it because the people that were really into the Nissan Z itself, well, guess what? They already purchased their cars. That's it. It's BMW, and it was always more expensive than the Nissan Z. Nissan Z still came out a little later, and it's starting to catch on a little longer now. Plus, they're about to end production soon. So Nissan Z demand began to show signs of life last July. Sales jumped from 50% from the first half of 2024. That's mainly because of production and pretty much just the supply and demand thing. That's honestly it. And prices came back to a regular. They were selling cars for actual MSRP, not over. So that's one of the reasons why prices went up. But anyways, the Z strong start to the year put it well ahead of the Toyota Supra, BMW Z4, Subaru BRZ, just like the Dodge Charger, Daytona EV. It even outsold the Mazda MX-5. Toyota said sold just 421 units Supras, while Mazda moved about 1947. If sales boom continues, the Z could be the best sales year after 2024 when the company sold about 3,100. And this is that's pretty much the sales that they have. So they're outselling them. I still think it's because in this list, I think they're the newest one out this list, and cars actually selling for MSRP. You can still get the regular Sport for like if it's like 42, 43,000, there's no more overpaying. They even have discounts for these cars where they have a lot less MSR interest rate that you can get through Nissan. So that's helping them. If you have good credit, they have some money off, and they have low interest rates, the car will sell. And it's a very unique car, and people who can afford it will go and afford it for the actual asking price. That could have happened 2 to 3 years ago, but because you have to overpay $30,000 for a freaking performance, you know. So, lastly, um, in the world where things look increasingly unaffordable, Nissan has taken steps to keep its SUVs more than competitive. So Nissan is actually lowering their price of their vehicles, which is also a nice little surprise. I can't even believe this. And I've been saying it, and I said that in my previous video, so I don't even know people who bang with me. You know, guys, what I'm talking about. I said Nissan was supposed to be the best bang for his buck, and they kept on trying to raise prices just to offset to increase their profits for their investors. I get it, but at the end of the day, they were always the best bang for his buck. We know their cars aren't amazing, but you get the most amount of money, most amount of value when you buy their cars, and then they just lost that. So anyways, let's see what they do here. Short, not too much longer into this one. Nissan Rogue seems to almost sees almost a $2,000 price change. We just finished our Nissan Rogue review, and while the pricing wasn't necessary as sticking point, we did mention that the Rock Creek starting price is about $2,000 more than the comparative SUV like the Bronco Sport Outer Banks. First thing, the Bronco should never be that expensive. That is no longer relevant as Nissan has dropped the price of its Rock Creek by 1930, nearly 5% of its former $35,000 MSRP. The entire Rogue lineup saw similar but less dramatic softening, with a second place going to the Rogue SUV, which lost about $1,380 off MSRP. Nissan shaved about $1,000 off of the SL Grand and about $1,000 off the Platinum Grand and $65 off the base. This means that you can now take home a Rogue for about under $30,000 after a $1,400 delivery fee. That is not bad. The Nissan Pathfinder miles also decreased by $1,100, almost $1,200. So I'm not going to go through this and any other price drops. No. So pretty much they lowered the price of these two of their newer crossovers, and the Rogue should be an affordable car. To make it under $30,000 is pretty good. Honestly, I should try to push to like mid-20s on a Nissan Rogue on a base. Come on, let's be honest. And I do actually like the new Nissan Pathfinder. I think it's a good-looking truck. What would be the price here? Do they have the price listed on what it would be? Now, no. But they're saying it's about a $2,000 decrease, so that's actually pretty good. I'm all for the savings. And remember, when you go to these dealerships, right, they're going to when you go to these dealerships, remember, they're either, if these cars are sitting on a lot for a certain amount of time, they will work with you on the price. And remember, they have those interest rates, those deals that's going on right now in Nissan and Infiniti, where they can give you a lower interest rate than most of the compared to what the market would charge. So if you have good credit and they've given some money off the MSRP, or they giving you a lower interest rate, this actually might be good bang for his bucks. And I do like these two new cars. I think Nissan is making better looking cars now with a lot more today's infotainment and today's stuff. Once again, their cars aren't amazing, but they need to be a better value compared to what the market is out there. You get what I'm trying to say? So to make the Rogue, I really wish they could push the Rogue a little cheaper because a lot more people can get into it. So we'll see. But nonetheless, man, what do you guys honestly think? What do you guys believe what may happen to Nissan now that the tariffs are now in play? We don't know how long it's going to be in here. But a lot of companies, not only Nissan, imports their cars and cars that are made in Mexico or imported from overseas. And how will this affect a possible new GTR? How would it affect any other model now that may pop up? And will it be made in now manufactured in a U.S. plant? Maybe all of this stuff needs to be manufactured here. We don't know yet. But this will affect the whole car community, especially Nissan. And Nissan ain't got the bread right now. So that's why they halted that production of those two cars. And those cars did sell, you know. Now they have to halt it. It's going to mess up their bottom line. So otherwise than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys' support for all these years. And tell me, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. What's the future of Nissan? Other than that, guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.